Sports to the bone family. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Back at it again. Yeah, man. It's been a little while since we have had a video. I don't think we uploaded anything yesterday evening, yesterday morning, I don't think. Yeah, but we're here. The CPL, they had a break and it will be returning today. We will see Barbados Royals going up against St Kitts Nevis Patriots. So that is said to be a very interesting game. St Kitts Nevis Patriots still searching for still searching for a couple of victories. The Barbados Royals, they have been producing of late. So, well, not even off late. They have actually gotten off this season to a good start. So we'll talk about those two teams a little bit. Plus, we have the CPL points standing, which it's a little bit, I wouldn't even say difficult to track. But, it's not like we have the teams playing the same amount of games at the same time. So when I give you the point standing, you have to remember that some teams would have played more games than other teams. So that is something that's something that you have to look out for. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, my people. Just give a listening ear until the end and let me know what you all think in the comment section. Also, we want to talk about a couple of youngsters, because we see where a few youngsters, they started off well, but either they those youngsters or their teams, they have sort of dwindled down, so people probably forget about how they looked starting off. So we will talk about what needs to be done going forward with some of these guys. All right, so the point standing, Barbados Royals having played 5 games. And this is the stats here that I am getting from the ESPN Crick Info website. So after 5 games, 4 victories, 1 defeat, right? 8 points, net run rate of plus 0.920. So the Barbados Royals doing their thing under Captain Ravman Powell. Number 2, we have St. Lucia Kings having played 6 games, 4 wins, 2 defeats, plus 0.133 net run rate. Points, they have 8. Now, the Guyana Amazon Warriors, having played 4 games, they are currently 3rd. 3 victories, 1 defeat, plus 1.420 net run rate. Points, 6 points. 4th, we have TKR, having played 4 games, 3 victories, 1 defeat. 3 victories, 1 defeat, plus 0.659 points, 6 points so far. For my adopted team, the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, having played 8 games, 2 victories, 6 defeats, negative 0.642 net run rate, and they have 4 points on the table. The St. Lucia Kings St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, having played 8 games, 7 games, having played 7 games, 1 victory, 6 defeat, negative 1.146 net run rate, and they have 2 points on the table. So the St. Lucia Kings and the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, so far they have played the most games, and they're actually at the bottom of the point standing. So they will definitely want to finish off on a strong note. So that's how it's looking there. Now, later on tonight, we will have the bottom team playing the top team. That's the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots at the bottom, going up against the Barbados Royals. And the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots, my people, they once again will be looking to get some runs on the board. You understand? Problem is, a couple of their experienced players, they haven't really fired. Evan Lewis at the top of the order, we expect him to score most of the runs. Whenever he's at the crease, he looks good, but we have seen where he's not batting for too long. So Lewis, Mikel Louis, we definitely want to see him again. You understand? Josh Clarkson, they brought him in as a hard-hitting all-rounder. Still yet to see him really take off. Kyle Mayers, another player that, very experienced when it comes on to T20 cricket. He would have spent some time at the top of the order for West Indies at the international level. So he will look to get some work done. Also, they have Hasaranga. He recently came in. The problem is, when he's bowling second, there's not a lot to defend. There's not a lot to work with because the batting isn't doing a lot of work. You understand? Even Shamsi, the same was true for Shamsi when he played the first couple of games. So with Hasaranga in now, they definitely need to start setting better totals. And even if they are bowling first, they want to make sure that if they control the power play, because I've seen where Andre Fletcher, he has actually tried to bowl some of the seamers in the power play and try and say he has the spinners to really claw back things after the power play. But you have to be careful how you do things, I think it was the last game that he played Joan Lane, the youngster, and bowled him in the power play. I think it was against Johnson Charles and Faf du Plessis. I thought that was a mistake, so he will have to be careful how he goes about things. And even Odin Smith, who is in the team, they brought him in as an experienced all-rounder who they expected to really perform for them. But it has been more or less the same Odin Smith that we have seen in the past. Now for the Barbados Royals, they will want to continue on their winning trajectory. They have a nice little mix of players there. The last game, I think it was Kadeem Alain who came in for Raheem Cornwall. Opened with Quinton de Kock. He actually got a century in that last game there. So they will be looking to continue their winning ways. I don't know if they're going to look to rotate in this game, probably bringing back Naeem Young, or they even have Isaiah Thorne on their books. So we'll see how they go about that. They have Maharaj, who is expected to continue his work. But they have a nice little thing going on for them, so it's going to be interesting to see how that game goes. So yeah, we want to look out for that. All right, before we go, my people, I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple of players. We spoke about these players early in the tournament, and I was saying that let's not go ahead and put them in the West Indies T20 Test and ODI team just yet. Let's continue to watch them throughout the CPL. Let's see how they will perform in the rest of the games. I mean, after like 2 games or so, I heard fans got people in the Test team, in the T20 team or ODI team. I mean, we can get excited, but we have to be cognizant of the fact that people need to play. They have to play. Once you find players starting to see what they have to offer, they start to understand how to go about the bowling or batting to a newcomer. Even Paris, I like Paris as a player, but he still has a few things to work on. We see him fidgeting around whenever they try to bowl short to him. So that is something that he will have to work on. But he looks really good. I like him as a player. I am hoping that he will continue his development. So I just wanted to say, guys like Paris, you understand, Joel Andrew, Shamar Springer, even the same Kadeem Alain, you understand, there are quite a few of them. Nathan Edward, these are guys that we are hoping that after this CPL they will continue performing. The problem is a lot of these guys, they only have like probably 6 or 7 games, red ball games, not a lot of games to play. So they will have to go play them T10 and all of them things to keep themselves active and also to earn. So it's basically the same thing that we have always spoken about. Guys not having the opportunity to play a certain certain form of cricket. You understand? So CWI, they spoke about wanting to bring in a new T20 tournament to basically find and develop talent. You know, they were talking about it for next year. But prior to the CPL starting, they were saying they were going to have it running, I think, immediately before this this CPL. That's what they were saying last year, if my memory serves me right. So, you know, we didn't get that. So a lot of these youngsters that are coming through, obviously they're going to want to play T20 cricket. So, you know, we're looking forward to seeing what CWI will do with these youngsters as they continue to work on that program that they're talking about. Something that I mentioned all the way back in 2020 when I started this platform was that, you know, we can make use of we can make use of past players, you know, players that are around. I've always said that sometimes when we have officials traveling with teams, even when they don't need to be there to perform in any capacity, you know, guys just going on tour, you know, just because they want to be on tour because they are part of the official body. I would say that, you know, provide a little incentive, provide some money to some of the former players just to be you know, these days they talk about mentors in when they have tournaments coming up. But I've always said that, you know, guys like you know, former players, they're going to want to do their full-time job, like, you know, commentating, coaching, whatever. But you can have a little program where you have people like Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh, you understand, you know, former players, they just reach out to the players every now and again, touch in with them, touch base with them, find out how they're doing, you understand, simple stuff like that, find out how they are eating, find out, you know, what they're doing outside of practice. It's not something where they have to turn up at training and practice with them. You have the coaches there to do that. But, you know, guys that have been there and done that, you put them on a little program and say, all right, you know, you are getting paid every week or so. You touch base with this player 1 or 2 times. You know, we remember Jaden Seas when he just went through a long injury thing. You know, you would have a fast bowler working with him, touching base every probably 4 or 5 days, saying, you know, what's happening here, how is the program going. You know, same thing, batsman, you have Arthanes and all of these young batsmen coming through. Yeah, I mean, Arthanes is playing international cricket now, but you have guys like Anderson, you know, you have Akeem O'Gees, they are looking to make it now. You know, you have people like Shivnaran, Shandapal, all of these guys, you know, put them on a little program. It's not a lot of cash that they will be making, but it will go a far way now. It will definitely go a far way. The problem that I find with a lot of our Caribbean people, they don't like to pay people for their knowledge. They think that, you know, it's advice. They can just call and give young players advice. You can do that, and I'm sure that other people do it. But you can identify a few players and say, you're not going to put them on this pathway where you'll have people touching base with them, and you provide people, you know, you pay people to do these things. But as I said, these are things that elite clubs and stuff will do, you know. You understand? These are things that elite performing athletes will do. They will pay for people's service to give them advice, but as I said, if you don't value good advice, you're not going to do it. So it's just food for thought, my people. I'll leave it right there for now. Big up on yourself.